What's next?
A photo.
Oh, you've got it there.
I've got the photo. Hold on. That's me with the
Oh,
dark
hello.
hair.
Is that you with the dark hair?
Yeah.
Wow.
And that is a
you
mullet.
with Dolph Lundgren when he was a magician.
That's my little cousin Sabrina. That's the one who...
Your little cousin. She's about 8 foot.
She's not... I'm stood on steps. She's stood on steps. We're tiny.
Oh, I see.
We're in a church. So
what are you putting in? It's a photo of you?
It's a photo and it's a reminder of, I think, for my Wonderbox, of moments where pure will has got me what I wanted.
Okay, I like that.
And I really like that because you can forget that if you're determined, you can get what you want. And I've had it even from a child. And that photo sums it up for me because I wanted Pat Sharp's haircut.
Right.
And of course, that wasn't allowed. My mum wouldn't. I thought he had the best hair I'd ever seen.
Yeah.
And I was obsessed with it. Mm-hmm. And we moved to Ireland when my mum and dad split up. And my mum said, no, don't be ridiculous. Of course you can't have that hair. And so I got my pocket money and I went down to a barber's, not even a hairdresser's, a barber's. And I told them I wanted to have Pat Sharp's and I had to go in to buy a newspaper to show them Pat Sharp's haircut.
Whereabouts in Ireland?
Tralee, Kerry.
Right.
And and I got that hair and with my pocket money, I think I saved up for like 2 weeks. So there was a planning involved, the discipline of it.
Yeah.
I missed out on chomps. I missed out on stuff that I would have got in after school. And that got me the haircut and a tub of blue gel for my spikes.
Of course. And that was like, we're talking like 80s gel.
Oh, yeah.
That was like, I mean,
hard.
Highly flammable.
Highly flammable. And I came home and then my mum saw my hair.
Was like, don't light a cigarette near her.
Yeah. It's not a bad accent.
Right.
And then she laughed for so much. She laughed for so long that I cried. I thought she'd lost her mind. Because she just couldn't stop laughing.
You thought she'd lost her mind.
But I'd never seen her laugh like that. Like, I'd never seen her. She kept trying to stop and then would just go again.
Yeah.
And then I thought, this feels dangerous. This level of laughter feels like it doesn't feel good.
Yeah.
And then I start crying and then she has to soothe me. But it was a moment where I always look back on as a kind of, there's another one that goes with it of like wanting the thing that I wanted and getting the thing that I wanted. And I love that determination of having a Pat Sharp haircut. I was not even 8 years old, 7 years old in not foreign country, but away from London where I grew up. And getting a barber to give me what did I say?
And what I love about it is the photo you showed me. I mean, your hair is jet black.
Oh, yeah.
So is your hair that colour?
Yeah.
Right.
A lot of bleach. My head is fried.
What is?
Yeah.
But I've never met you with black hair.
It's probably a little. I mean, you probably see a little bit maybe under.
Yeah.
It's a bit dark, but I had like really thick, like I was saying earlier, like jet black eyebrows, really thick eyebrows, and really long, thick black hair at school. Like not black, like a very dark brown.
I can't imagine you because you got such a sort of light face.
That's what I think. I think like it didn't suit me. Sometimes it didn't suit. I feel like it didn't. It made me look too. I always looked very. I looked 40 at like 14. I felt
because you had a 40-year-old man's haircut. That's. I mean, that ain't gonna help, is it?
Yeah.
But I love the fact you watched Funhouse, where it was like Melanie and Martina, the two sort of blonde twins.
Yeah.
I mean, and rather than go for their haircut, you were like, I'm gonna go for Sharp.
Pat Sharp,
the bloke that calls the owl.
And I was at a funeral recently of a dear friend of mine, and a guy I went to primary school with was there called Sam, and he won't mind this, and I really fancied him in primary school.
Yeah.
And I was very industrious.
Yeah.
And I thought, Sam's not into me. So I told him I could get some Funhouse. And basically, sort of for like 8 or 9 weeks, it was sort of like luring him with the...
Which is an amazing thing.
Until the point where the pressure got too much. He was like, when are we going on Funhouse? I was like, soon, Sam, let it be.
But it's like, the anarchist cookbook. It's like you'd stolen the playbook of a paedophile. But to lure in an 8-year-old.
Yeah, I was 8 as well.
Exactly.
Yeah,
but in 1988...
Yeah.
If an adult had gone up to me and gone, listen, get in the van. I'm not getting in your van, you maniac. Do you want to go in Funhouse? You got any cushions?
It was literally, it was.
The currency.
Catnip. It was so...
Yeah.
And then it just became, I remember going like, I'm in too deep. It's like, he's not letting it go. He's definitely not. I thought,
So hang on. So you thought, I can't. So did you think, well, what I'll do is I'll get him a haircut like that Pat Sharp. And then you go, listen, we can't go on it, but I can bring Funhouse to us.
That's exactly. Yeah, but it was my fun. I was obsessed with Funhouse, and then and then I saw him recently, and then it was really sweet because I was like, "Do you remember when he went Funhouse?" Yeah, and I was like, "Oh God, he does remember me promising him to go in Funhouse."
What was your feeling when they were cutting? Were you aware of the men in Ireland who were cutting your hair? If it was a barbershop,
Yeah.
Were you aware of them laughing as it happened?
No,
But it can't have been normal.
It definitely wasn't normal, but it didn't feel like it was. I remember feeling I am the master of my domain.
Yeah.
I am getting this thing. It's happening like the world is as it should be.
Yeah.
I've wanted this and I've fought off all my battles. And
Yeah.
look at me here today. Like I remember them sort of coming over the scissors and I think it's happening.
Yeah.
Like, I'm about to get what I want.
So that walk home must have been electric.
Oh, it was. Just everything. I just bounced the top of my spikes.
Yeah, bounce the spikes. You see yourself in the mirror.
Yeah.
That's such a great observation because I remember doing that. Like our cousin Stu and Lee had spiky hair,
Yeah.
and there's a photo of all of us where we've obviously around there. So we've all spiked a haircut, and there's a photo, and you could just see me at the back, and it's just that. It's the bounce, isn't it?
So you feel like, oh my God,
Is it still there?
Yeah.
It's still there.
Have they gone down?
Yep. Yeah, they have. But it's so.
And then my mum wouldn't let me gel it a lot. And so I was like, she's ruining it.
Yeah,
She's
exactly.
not letting me have she's not letting it be in its full splendour.
But have you ever seen, I often thought about that when I was young. Like, when you see like a proper punk with that mohawk and it's just like stiff and glue and bump and it's dinosaur. And there must be that moment when they wake up and it's all.
Oh God!
It must be. Do you know what I mean? This heartbreaking, and they've gone to bed with a girl that really fancies a punk, and then she wakes up and he's like this floppy stegosaurus, and he's like straight away, get the egg whites.
Egg whites spike. Oh, do they spike your hair?
I think so. I remember reading something like if you want to get it rock solid, if you get like eggs on.
Of course, because that's what you get that thing in the peak.
Yeah.
That's really good.
Yeah.
When I want to go again with the old Pat Sharp. And then I tweeted that 2 years ago and Pat Sharp responded.
He's a lovely bloke.
Yeah, it's really.
What did he say?
Just like delighted, something really sweet, very kind and, just a kind of sweet. I was like, oh my God, it was a big deal. And also, I don't think Funhouse was on in Ireland.
Right.
So it was kind of like, I think that's why when I went into the barbershop, I think I had a photo, but I think they were like, oh, she means, probably like Suella, there was, because it was kind of women had that haircut, but I don't think they realised I meant Pat Sharp. Like it's not just
she must
random.
Be Blanche from the Golden Girls.
Yeah.